Time now for your forewarned weather with Thomas Geboy.
Good morning, Utah. Happy Thursday or happy Friday Eve. If you're heading to the mountains today, chances are you are really going to like what you find. And number one, I'm just jealous if you're heading up to the mountains today. Let's look at some of these snow totals over the last 24 and 48 hours. A lot of spots with over a foot of fresh snow just within the last 24 hours. And yesterday morning, if you remember, in some of our northern Utah mountains, we saw snow rates around and even above 2 inches per hour. Alta, Snowbird, Sundance, Brighton, Eagle Point, all with a foot of snow or more. But over the last 48 hours, how about well more than a foot, with Alta and Snowbird with over 2 feet of fresh snow. Meanwhile, Solitude, Snow Basin, Powder Mountain, Bryan Head, Deer Valley, all good snow totals over the last 24 hours, but very healthy totals within the last 24 hours. In Bryan Head, just shy of 2 feet within the last 48 hours. But this doesn't even show what we've seen over the last week, which has been a lot more than those totals that you see right there. And we do have more snow on the way as we go through today. Our next storm system is currently moving in from the southwest. So our best chance of wet weather today will be throughout southwestern Utah. But with the storm system moving from southwest to northeast, we will see more showers spread across the state. Then we have another quick moving system that'll be arriving tomorrow. So we'll go ahead and zoom things in here on the forewarned radar, where we are seeing some snow showers along the Wasatch Front and Wasatch Back, but with temperatures just above freezing along the Wasatch Front. We're mainly looking at wet roads, but if you get to the benches and to the canyons, be prepared for some winter driving conditions. Then throughout southwestern Utah, we've seen on and off rain throughout St. George this morning as more of that moisture is beginning to move its way up the I-15 corridor. Speaking of moving up the I-15 corridor from St. George, you can see the snow falling in Cedar City with that temperature coming in at 30 degrees, and those roads are looking slick. And I know I showed this camera a little while ago, but I had to show it again because the sunrise from Park City Mountain is absolutely incredible as you're looking at a snow shower off in the distance. That is just absolutely stunning. Temperatures are starting off mainly in the 20s and 30s for most, while Park City's at 19. St. George, you're sitting at 41 degrees. And in St. George, don't expect your temperature to move much as we go through today. Your out the door forecast along the Wasatch Front, we have that slight chance this morning, and then we'll be talking about isolated rain and snow showers throughout this afternoon, while again that best chance of wet weather will continue to be in the southwestern portion of the state. Daytime highs going to range in the 30s and 40s for most, so even in our northern Utah valleys, we could see times of rain and snow, just depending on where you are. And outside of any wet weather, skies will be partly sunny to mostly cloudy, and it could be breezy at times. Let's begin the futurecast, and as we go from this morning into the afternoon, as that storm system moves across the Beehive State, we'll start to see more showers spread across the state, with southern Utah likely being the emphasis. A decent chance for showers across the state no matter where you are as we go from this afternoon into this evening. That storm system starts to pull away. The chance of wet weather could go down into the overnight hours, but it won't go away completely. And by tomorrow morning at 6, our next storm system moves in from the northwest, and we'll have a chance of snow showers across northern Utah once again. And daytime highs by tomorrow, thanks to that northwesterly flow, will be below average. A decent chance of wet weather holds on through the day across the state through Friday before we move into Saturday, where that chance of wet weather will gradually begin to go down, first ending in our valleys, then eventually ending in the mountains. Through today, with southern and central Utah being the emphasis, we still have those winter storm warnings in place for the central and southern mountains through 5 o'clock tomorrow morning, with a winter weather advisory for Bryce Canyon through 5 o'clock this afternoon. As in Bryce Canyon, we could see an additional 3 to 6, while our central and southern mountains could see an additional 6 to 12 inches as we go through the day today. And when it comes to snow potential through Friday, central and southern mountains likely going to do the best with maybe 8 to 16 inches with isolated up to 24. But the Wasatch Mountains south of I-80 could still see an additional 5 to 10, maybe a foot and a half if everything comes together, not a guarantee. Northern Wasatch an additional 2 to 6, while Cedar City to Nephi could see an additional 2 to 6 along with most mountain valleys. Then benches could see an additional 1 to 4, while on our valleys we could see a trace to maybe upwards of 3 inches, with a few valleys maybe getting around half a foot, again just depending on the moisture. In St. George, daytime highs low to mid 40s the next few days, a decent chance of rain today, then isolated activity for a Friday and Saturday, then calmer skies from the back half of the weekend into next week, with daytime highs that go on a warming trend. Along the Wasatch Front, isolated rain, snow showers today, scattered snow showers tomorrow, with daytime highs in the mid to upper 30s. Overnight lows will be much colder compared to what we've gotten used to, but we should see those calmer skies by Sunday into next week, as daytime highs eventually return to the low and mid 40s by Tuesday and Wednesday. Let's go ahead and check the traffic out.